Hello there. I'm going to run through another interesting board from an Andrew Robson Bridge online duplicate on BBO. Hope you've been enjoying playing in them, or if you haven't, then please do join our community and get involved. You're more than welcome. Nice, friendly atmosphere. There's a link on the screen to tell you how to get involved. Very simple. And there's also a link to my daily bridgecasts, which I'm much enjoying filming, and thank you for all your very kind comments. Now, on our deal, board 4, both sides are vulnerable. Dealer West, 1 club, which stymies North, pass. East, high 5s, high 6s, 1 spade. Now, I don't really think South vulnerable should be contemplating a preemptive bid here with such a broken heart suit 7-2-2-2. Very trickless hand. Pass. What should West rebid, do you think? I think that West should limit their hand and make the helpful bid of 2 spades rather than 2 hearts. 2 hearts overstates the values, reversing and all that. 2 spades shows the minimum-ish opening hand, doesn't absolutely guarantee 4-card spade support, much more likely to be a helpful rebid than 2 hearts. And also bear in mind that if by not bidding 2 hearts you miss a heart fit because partner has 4 hearts, then partner will have 5 spades. Because if East had 4 hearts and 4 spades, East would have responded 1 heart. So if you've got a heart fit, you've also got a spade fit. That's the point. So 2 spades from West. Good news for East, you see. East wouldn't have liked a 2 heart rebid one bit, but East loves a 2 spade rebid. I mean, part of me wants to jump straight to 6 spades and let the opponents guess what to lead. That might work, actually. But let's say we go a more technical route. 4 hearts, splinter bid. Jumping at the 4 level, always splinter bids, shortage in hearts, and looking for a spade slam. So how should West react to that? It's sort of mixed news, isn't it? There's a bit of wastage in hearts that we'd rather not have, but as against that, we've got the ace of clubs, we've got a singleton diamond, we've got 3 spades to the ace. So our control-rich hand probably does warrant a try for slam, although we do have to go beyond game. And we're going to make the cooperative try of 5 clubs, ace showing Q bidding. That's the big advantage of ace showing Q bidding. It continues the conversation. A blackwood bid abruptly closes down the conversation and reduces partner to an ace answering robot. So 5 clubs, ace showing Q bid, and now East is definitely going to bid a slam. West would not have cooperated unless West had at least one of the 2 top spades, so we're not missing the ace king of spades. And now East could jump to 6 spades, but East is going to use that rare tool, the Grand Slam force, popularised by Ely Culbertson's wife, Josephine. And in many countries, the 5-no trump bid is still called Josephine. It's asking for 2 of the top 3 trump honours for 7, otherwise 6. So 5-no trump, partner, please bid 7 if you've got the ace and king of spades, otherwise 6. It's perfect for East's hand. Doesn't happen very often, which is why it tends to be overlooked, but it is very useful on these rare occasions. Here, West does not have the ace and king of spades, so signs off. Pass, pass, pass. So 6 spades is a really excellent slam contract. But there is 1 card in the South hand that defeats it. Only 1 card that defeats 6 spades. And I just wonder whether on the bidding South can find it. In a splinter bid auction, it is frequently right to lead a trump to cut down roughing. And when you do lead a trump, there's no top of a doubleton. You lead low from your trump holding, whatever it is. The only lead to defeat 6 spades is the 4 of spades. On any other lead, declarer can ruff 2 diamonds, and one of those 2 diamonds will be ruffing with the ace of spades. We'll look at it afterwards. We'll look at how you would play 6 spades on, let's say, a club lead afterwards. But on the 4 of spades lead, you can't play low from the dummy, otherwise North wins the king and leads another spade, and then you can't ruff 2 diamonds. So you have to play the ace of spades. And now you've got to go after diamonds. So you cross to the ace. And you ruff a diamond. And now you come back to your hand. And you ruff another diamond. You have to do this because otherwise you'll lose a diamond trick given the 4-2 split. But do you see what happens? South can ruff in with the 9 of spades. And North has to win the king of spades. So you're 1 down. You couldn't make it. But we're going to run through it now on an alternative lead from South. Let's say the queen of clubs. So bear with me. So this time I've had East jump to 6 spades over 2 spades, which has a lot of practical merit, really, and says less about the hand. I'm not sure South would find this killer lead of the 4 of spades now. The splinter auction suggested the trump lead. This auction doesn't so much. South has an interesting choice of lead. The fact that East didn't use Blackwood normally means one thing. It normally means that declarer's got a void, which presumably looking at the South hand is a heart void. So I don't think South would lead a heart. It's not clear that South would find a club lead given that dummies bid clubs, but let's say South leads the queen of clubs. So we win the ace. And now got to go after diamonds. We're going to ruff a diamond rather than playing the king. We want to minimise the chances of over ruffs if North is the defender with the short diamonds. So we're ruffing a low diamond. Back to our hand. Going to ruff another low diamond. If diamonds are 3-3, then all will be nice and easy. Right. So we ruffed a low diamond, but South ruffed in with the 9. So we have to over ruff with the ace. Fine. And now you'd get away with leading the 8 of spades on the layout, but it would be a misplay for a subtle reason. Because if North had the bare king of spades and South had the 3 and the 4 of spades, and you led the 8 of spades to North's king, North could then lead the queen of diamonds and South could ruff away your king. That wouldn't apply here because South has only got 1 spade, which would go on this round of spades. But you don't know that. So you want to play safely here. And what you need to do is you need to come back to your hand. Didn't matter that the ace of hearts appeared there. And now what you're going to do is you're going to lead the king of diamonds to remove this threat. You're leading the king of diamonds while dummy still has that 8 of spades. You don't mind whether South roughs this or not. Whether South roughs this or not, you'll now be playing on spades. Let's say South does rough it, because I think that's probably slightly better defence. But you can over rough, and now you can do whatever you want, roughing back to hand. You could lead the king of hearts. It's actually a winner. North would have to rough it. But let's just say you don't bother to do that. You rough a club back to your hand, and now you can finally drive out their king of spades. And you can draw the last trump, and then you can win the last 2 tricks with your diamonds. So careful play, and you would make six spades on any other lead but the diabolical four of spades lead. And I don't say it's easy for South to find that four of spades lead, but it's perhaps easier on the first auction, the splinter auction, whereas the immediate jump to six spades is probably harder for South to find that four of spades lead. Hope you enjoyed running through the deal with me. See you soon.